Hi. I'm going to try not to giggle like a little schoolgirl on this one because I always seem to laugh at my own jokes, and people say, Dave, you laugh at your own jokes. But, so I'll try not to. But I was, last night's video, after I watched it, I realized that you guys didn't get to see what I was actually using because the camera was up there and we're down here, and it was out of your view, out of your field of view, and I thought that these things were so cool that I just like reshoot the video. But instead of just reshooting that video, I decided to actually do a set review. Most set reviews are new sets that are in the market now, and they're really cool. A lot of people are doing them. The Simpsons house, and Exo Forces, and well, Exo Forces dating me already. Okay, see it right there. But yeah, there's a lot of good reviews out there of all the new sets, and even from the Lego Movie. So they're on YouTube. So go look at them. But what I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to do a set review of a set that's actually older than me. This is set number 2002 motor pack. I acquired 2 of these probably through eBay. Not sure, because I actually did. People have been giving me Lego sets over the years when they find out that I'm a fan, and some of these people are older than I am, and they give them to me. And I've actually acquired some pretty old sets. You can tell that this one's old just because of the text. This is the predecessor to the modern Lego logo. It's got the, I won't say cursive, but really fancy script instead of just the balloon letters. This is right before they changed it to the logo that we all know and love today. They actually went through 7 or 8 iterations of a logo since they started the company back in whatever 1940 or 30. This is one right before the logo that we all know and love today. But 1965, this set was released, and I went over to LugNet to look up the set. LugNet is where you go if you want to have any kind of information on all these sets in the history of the Lego company, because there's so much information on LugNet, and they point you to other things. But anyway, so 002 Motor Pack, as it says on LugNet, was released in 1965 for $5. $5. Anyway, it's probably one of their first electric sets, and motorized set anyway. On LugNet, it says it's a high-precision, long-lasting motor engineered to motorize Lego gears in any practical arrangement, including battery housing for 3 standard flashlight batteries. Batteries not included. And they give you links to Piron, which is another fantastic resource for Lego fans. And on Piron, it actually gives you a set list. There are 4 items. There are 4 items in the list. 4 parts in this box. So we'll take the box out, and one of them is the battery holder. One of them is the motor, and two wires. And these aren't even joined, like in the 4.5 volt trains where it's actually a combined wire with one plug with two connectors. This is just 2 separate wires. And in this box, I have, well, let's go with this one first. This is the brochure that came with it from 1965. So these are the various part packs that comes that you could have bought in 1965. These are waffle bricks, or waffle plates, like we call waffle plates. They don't have the circles on the bottom. It actually looks like a waffle on the bottom. You'll see them in the Esso stations and most of the plates at the time. This actually shows you have the trees that are kind of flat, and they don't actually have connectors. There's no tubes on the bottom, so these just kind of lay on top of something. Another cool one that I noticed on here was the 4x4 L-shaped brick. I thought that was a really nice addition that they since discontinued. Some flags, a light brick. It's a 2x4 clear, trans clear. I actually have one. I might show it to you later. Lots of windows, lots of basic brick. They also have a price list on the back of this thing. And a 120 piece set back in 1965 was $2.95. A 615 piece set was $14.95. $14.95 for 615 pieces. Now, these days 615 pieces is like a Batman speedboat or something like that, but these were the big bricks at the time. $14.95. But anyway, what else is this in here? That was kind of a neat little piece of, I won't get in here. These are the actual instructions that came with the motor, the 002 motor, assembly instructions, and you just look through this and it shows you how to put the batteries in. One thing I did find interesting, in order to, it says right here, in order to build power toys you should have a 001 Lego gear set plus a basic collection of Lego. Not Lego bricks, Lego, and that's right from the Lego company. Now I know they changed their minds and they updated themselves, but anybody who tells you and gets in a snit because you don't say Lego bricks, come on, seriously? life's a little too short to get in a snit about Lego bricks. I try to say it where possible, but overall I'm not going to get my knickers in a knot if somebody comes up to me and say, oh, look at all the Legos you have. The Lego company is saying, look at all the Legos you need. Beyond that. So that's the instructions. It's a really cool box. As I said, it's got the logo on it. Picture of everything. It's got, I already read you this precision made motor, blah, blah, blah. A zoom in on the actual motor. Oh, this is my favorite thing. The barcode, or the original Lego, yellow, red, blue, white, and black. People might remember the commercials from the 70s where all the colors would snap into the logo. I always thought, you know, that's my childhood recollection of how wonderful Lego is. So there's that. I actually have 2 copies, and I put the other one out here just for display. But let's see if this thing works. So here's a battery box. One really cool thing is that if you don't use this thing at all, and you actually find this is a good little display if you're in a show or something, that you can actually put minifigs or something else on top. It makes for a nice little display unit for whatever you want. It's also not, and that's because they use C cells. It's 8x11. Not too many Lego anything came in 8x11, so that's a little bit unique. But anyway, we will put 3 C-size batteries in here, and they put arrows in here to tell you which way they go. Because, you know, when you're 4 years old or 5 years old or 6 years old, you're going to screw that up. So there's 3 batteries in there. And you connect these things up. Now this thing is, you know, older than me. So if it works, I did test it earlier. We'll see. So we'll put that in there. There's no on-off switch. You just connect it up. And it doesn't work. Oh, there it goes. It's pretty loud. Yeah. There's a bit of a loose connection in there. So you can see it's spinning. I took the cover off at one point because the gears were jammed and I had to loosen them up. And I haven't bothered putting it back on. This cover's actually glued on. It took me a little bit to weasel it off, but it does come off. And so there's a really old motor in here. It's got a worm gear on it. It goes to a vertical gear, which then gears it down to this guy. So what's really nifty, and they show you in the instructions, is you get the classic wheels, these classic wheels, and you can see there's grooves in the actual axle, and those grooves will match up with the interior of your wheel. And what happens is that this allows you to put the wheel on and it won't slip. So you put that one on there. Get another one. I do have lots of these old tires. They just seem to never go away. And I'll put this one in front just because it's here. And then, let's see what happens. It doesn't work. There we go. Let's make it go the other way. Yeah, to make it go the other way, you have to like undo everything and plug it back in. The gray tires, I find, don't hold up after all these years. It's kind of sad. I do have some better looking ones, but they kind of turn into a plastic, very smooth, very hard plastic. They're supposed to be rubber. Some of the old rubber, black rubber, I think they changed it to black rubber after this. Some of my original black rubber's gone too. What happens? I mean, the thing's 47 years old, 48 years old, so we can't complain too much about it. But there you have it. This is the set 002 review. If you actually do get to acquire one, it is pretty cool, considering that this was Lego's first. I think this actually beats 4.5 volt train and Lego's first foray into motorizing their sets. When I actually do the gear review, which I'm going to do at some point, I'll bring this back out and you can see working with all the gears. But it is a cool set, and I'm glad I own one or two. And this motor doesn't work, by the way. I did try it earlier. I couldn't seem to get it working, and I didn't take this one apart. So if I put that in there, it doesn't. It's quite dead. And I think if I took it apart, I could probably get it working again. But it's all glued, and it does look cool. It looks in better condition than this one. So I'm just going to leave that one alone and just put that one back in the bin. So there you go, set 002. If you get your hands on one, I'm going to bring it to some shows. I like to show off my older collection. I don't have the extensive collection that some of my friends have for classic Lego, but I do have this one. And if you're interested, I'll take pictures or I'll bring it to a show that you're at, and we can talk about it. Anyway, hope you liked it. My first review ever, and I hope it was informative, and I really enjoyed doing it. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.